I've gone to Nashville twice, did a picture with Phyllis Diller.
Most of us fondly remember Slim Pickens for one iconic, unforgettable cinematic moment, waving his cowboy hat while riding a nuclear bomb down to Earth in Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove. Yet, almost nobody knows the bizarre twist of fate that landed him that legendary role, or the deeply moving final act of his life that quietly saved a child's existence. To generations of film lovers, that slow, thick drawl was the ultimate symbol of the American West. Audiences naturally assumed he hailed straight from a dusty Texas Plains town. In reality, he was born Lewis Burton Lindley Jr. in the flat farmlands of Kingsburg, California. He didn't grow up driving cattle across the panhandle. He grew up milking cows and feeding chickens on his family's dairy farm. So, where did that authentic Western soul come from? He absorbed it piece by piece from his Texan father and the transient rodeo hands passing through California's Central Valley. By his teenage years, the voice had become his second skin. He began sneaking away to compete in local rodeos, riding broncos and roping steers. When his father threatened to put a stop to it, a 15-year-old Lewis tried to sign up under a fake name. The rodeo manager looked at the lanky teenager and muttered, "Son, no matter what name you use, it's going to be Slim Pickens out there today." The boy grinned, signed the form as Slim Pickens, and a legend was born. Before Hollywood ever discovered him, Pickens spent 2 brutal decades on the professional rodeo circuit, working the dangerous job of a rodeo clown and bullfighter. It was a profession that shattered his body. Over the years, he suffered 2 skull fractures, a crushed chest, 2 broken backs, and dozens of broken bones. In 1950, a Warner Brothers director spotted him at a rodeo and offered a screen test. Pickens only agreed because he was healing from a bull injury and needed the money. Upon arriving in Hollywood, he was astounded to find that men were actually paid to fall off horses, a stark contrast to paying rodeo entry fees just to get his neck broken. His genuine cowboy skills made him an invaluable asset. He didn't need a stunt double. He could run an Appaloosa at full speed and masterfully drive a 6-horse stagecoach. He spent years working steadily in traditional westerns alongside icons like John Wayne, Marlon Brando, and Steve McQueen. Then came 1963. Peter Sellers was originally cast to play the Texas pilot in Dr. Strangelove, but suffered a severe ankle injury on set. Kubrick desperately needed a real, authentic cowboy. John Wayne was offered the script but never replied, and another major star rejected the material as being too pinko. Kubrick remembered Pickens from a previous Western and called him out of the blue. At 43 years old, Slim had to rush through emergency State Department paperwork because he had never owned a passport or left the country. The film turned Slim Pickens into an overnight sensation, quadrupling his salary and cementing his place in Hollywood history. He went on to deliver iconic performances, including a heartbreaking death scene in Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, and a brilliant comedic turn in Mel Brooks's Blazing Saddles. Yet, his greatest legacy took place far from the silver screen. In his final years, while battling a severe brain tumor, Pickens recorded a brief public service announcement for brain tumor research. Though struggling with cognitive difficulties from surgery, he endured 58 grueling takes to get it right. That short broadcast was noticed by a desperate mother in Utah whose 3-year-old daughter had been given just weeks to live due to a misdiagnosed brain tumor. Because of Slim's video, the family contacted specialized doctors who correctly diagnosed the child and saved her life. Slim Pickens passed away in 1983, but he left behind a legacy that was as heroic in real life as it was unforgettable on screen. If you love exploring the fascinating, hidden truths behind cinema's golden era, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching Hollywood Herald, your ultimate home for classic Hollywood stories.